Howdy, howdy. So, continuing like a gazillion more side quests that I thought I would be able to finish last night, but it was like nearly 2 a.m. I think, and I just wasn't feeling it. I mean, I was feeling it, but I needed to rest. I was having a great time. Welcome back, Cheese. Thank you for coming.
Farewell.
Well, no use hiding it, Hank. What the hell? Who are you? Oh, Cursebreaker.
People of armor might not have been the friendliest sorts, but I didn't deserve this. Not that the Aether cares. It springs up wherever it likes. Nowadays, that seems to be all over. Mind how you guys do. There's a cache about.
Before I head over that way, I actually want to unlock this. You know, I'm gonna compare this to 15 again. When the eternal nighttime... Oh, this is nothing. Ended up happening. Like, in that game, at least all the demonic enemies started coming out, and they were different than the standard enemies. And it was sick. But in this, they're just the standard enemies with a new skin. Which I find a little lame.
Come on.
Alright, Hank. Questions, things you noticed. Let's talk. Let's chit-chat.
The whole village is dead.
Oh shit, everyone here is dead? Oh fuck. Let's put them out of their miseries. Do you wish to know more? Oh, well, he's been doing that in battle for a while. For like 3 streams now, maybe even more than that. Torgal, you're so snorty. Oh, you don't care? Okay. I should not have been presumptuous. I'll only hurt myself. Do you mean like the headphones just don't have that ability, or? I'm about to level up again. Okay. I'm gonna be right back. Dang. I didn't realize the victory screen was so quiet.
No holding back. To me, Flames! Too slow. Let's try. Let's try. I'm hard total. Too slow. Let's try.
I'll let you assume. It's just a higher charge. I assume it does more DPS, but I haven't, like, paid enough attention to confirm that.
That's all of them. Owen can uncross his toes now. Or it should be somewhere nearby.
When you first get it, you can get it up to
Assuming
level
she's still
2.
here.
If you spend some money on upgrades, then
How do?
it goes to level 4.
Thanks very much.
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
Which I'm hoping was worth it, because I, didn't pay attention.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like
Is
you to
Jill
take something
dead?
to Sir
I'm
Wade
gonna
up
let
in
you
his
wonder for now as well.
Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in
You'll
the
probably
meantime,
get
of course.
context for
But
that
if
question
these schools
coming
going
up
to
anyway.
survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bears, they've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them.
But yeah, I did not
And if
get
you're
Odin,
wondering
Odin
why
yet.
you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. There.
Gizal greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost, and chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us, they ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours too. Mostly green though.
I have a sandwich in front of me right now.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin?
The world seems to be changing so fast lately, I can hardly keep up.
Doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jars.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance.
Something called
She's no fool.
the Behemoth.
If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
Has
What was her
turkey,
just now,
chicken,
wasn't it?
ham, roast
So,
beef, pastrami,
Was it a fruitful
a
reunion?
lot of shit, basically.
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me.
You know, the basics,
Seems her
like
time in Rosaria is
lettuce,
coming to
tomatoes,
an end.
onions,
She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to
pickles,
smuggle them back into
pepperoncinis,
Sanbreque.
and jalapenos.
After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you.
Hers
I'll take
isn't
care of
very
the escort.
convincing. None of
You can see
ours
the
are,
bearers to
dude.
safety.
They're scars.
Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
The clearly removed version of it is like a symbol on its own. Look at Clive, dude. Well, it's probably tiny on your screen, but it's definitely just as noticeable. None of them have had it like completely removed. Only some bears that don't have the bear mark were just lucky enough to like never have gotten it because they were saved or escaped before they were marked. People don't notice? Are you sure? How about you, Queso? You eating anything fun today? And what kind of pizza, Hank?
Stay down. Enough.
Pepperoni. Chicken burrito, let's go. Man, burritos are like one of my favorite foods. Burritos and
Good.
fries.
They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more, and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. Nice try.
And actually, Martha's Rest is like known for being bear friendly.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
Alright, see ya.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore, and she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
You're safe.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Oh, really? You teleporting me there?
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be alright.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Okay. So Shiva, her normal thing that she does, like Phoenix Dash or like Bahamut Wings, her thing is Cold Snap, which is basically another dodge. But if you time it right, you can cause a permafrost. And that frost will, like, extend its duration based on the type of attack you dodged. And it looks really cool. Aside from that, there's Mesmerize, which launches multiple shards of ice that, upon striking lighter enemies, draws them towards Clive. So it's like, get over here, but in AoE. Which is just infinitely better. Which is Rhyme, which sucks in enemies and damages them. Which I haven't tried yet. Ice Age. Which I also didn't try, which looked like just, you know, that. And then Diamond Dust, the classic, which is the big one I'm using. Yeah, I have a lot of AP. We got so much yesterday. I also refunded everything from Titan because I'm using Bahamut and Shiva now. Like, I can just spend it, I suppose. So, yeah.
Come back.
I don't know what Yote is saying come back to.
The stew's awfully thin.
Or about.
These days.
Oh, what do you expect?
Don't tell me we've run out of peppy on fields.
Oh my god, there's a lot of people talking.
Ah, the man himself. We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
I had a really long side quest with
Save that talk till
Blackthorn
the thing's finished, yeah?
visiting his hometown.
I'm ready if you are. To the bellows it is, then.
His old rival, who they made up and they're now working together. The sword better be amazing. Because I ended up getting like 2 swords yesterday, and I'm gonna get another new one.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it. The sword to end all swords.
Ragnarok, yes.
Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
I want it to glow.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
Oh, okay.
We
It's not
reckon with
the final one
those
yet.
items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
Alright.
Something worthy of a legendary outlaw.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
More side quest?
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Goddamn wrong design draft. And Ragnarok. Wait, I just get the weapon outright? And it's yellow? At least it's like a big leap this time. Ancient Ashen legend reports that one day the Age of Dominance will draw to a close in an epic clash of icons that sets the land ablaze, cleansing it of foulness and allowing for its rebirth. A clash they call a Ragnarok. Cool.
I never fought me, and if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. Well, thanks for you, dear. And
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Excuse me.
Canva lost. It can't be true.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
There are so many like parallels with Genshin Impact in this game. Being like the Avatar, getting all the elements like the Traveler.
In the hands of Akashic.
And no one else can do
Need to
that.
find another
Don't need a stone, don't need a vision.
Expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
Good, thankfully. Here.
Ah, that's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away. May I present to you the Telemon Furnace? Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it, and I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Even weirder science. With 2 Ds. What does that mean? God dang it. Just handed it to you.
Ah, Lord Rossfield.
Welcome
what brings
in,
you
bud.
to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Time it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
Akashic, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through...
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lacked men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved, though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians? What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place. Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Furry pool.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
And by that she means Clive is gonna kill everything.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do.
Just let me have all the glory,
Work
dude.
together. Everyone playing their part. Each shielding the other that no man might fall.
I have the power of 7
Eastpool
dominance.
might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm.
They're just
Here
in
it
the
comes.
village.
Not let this village fall.
You're finished.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So Wade, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Huh? Dang, all the way over there? Shit.
Next one's mine.
Level 35s. I don't think Star Rail being out is relevant to that. I think they just saw the incredible unsuccess of Aloy.
There it is. With me, Toggle.
I just figured because if they're going to promote a game like that, they'd go with their new one. Maybe.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Did Jill die? I want to know what you guys think happened.
Lord Rossfield. Carl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to
Just because it's more fun to, you know, come up with conversation
around the village
and
to keep watch
creative
for further attacks, but all seems quiet for
ideas.
now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
Yeah, I know.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us. And still we doubted you, but there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now. So we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours. To protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull my weight.
East Poolian.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade.
What?
But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
What was Pyra's name? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna. Never mind. Don't. But yeah, Pyra. Do you think? No, Genshin's not coming to Switch.
We've got a few rooms going spare now.
Yeah, because if anything, the game looks better than ever now. They've upgraded it.
The hero return. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before...
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again, and a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that. Reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me? I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
I've been playing for almost 2 hours already? What the fuck have I accomplished? Just talking and talking and talking. Oh. You're right. What is... Oh, shit. Huh. Weird. Well, apparently I was recording, locally as well, and not just streaming for 2 hours.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope.
I don't know what amiibo you're talking about, Hembun.
But...
And I didn't bring up Pyro, Hank did.
I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it.
What do you mean because of
Yourself
Smash?
be true. That
They've
was her
been in
point.
that game.
Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me.
Oh.
And now?
Dang, it's
know what
been
that
years.
is.
Gosh.
I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalamil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but For you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Hell no, dude. I would be just as petty as him.
Forget
I wouldn't even call him being petty.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. But where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do,
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road.
When are they gonna let us through?
come on. Run like the wind.
I hate it. I don't... So many bizarre decisions.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound Unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more, and he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo.
A pack of beasts and a dragon at the head. They communicating or something? Working together?
Ready, go?
Oh my gosh.
Back to the stables, girl.
What stables?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. But we just have to pray he makes it out.
I can do better than...
Really, game?
Where are you, Theo?
Might as well build up my limit break.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. Keep off. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Oh, this would be like training for that other hunt.
Help me, boy. Thanks, boy.
But it's so much lower level.
Too slow.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that.
Dang. I mean, I hated this guy,
There
but
are or no.
that's Eloise's
There's
brother.
only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye. Oh.
No! Theo! Theo!
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat.
He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them.
He didn't want you to
I
move
need
on.
nothing more from life than that.
He thought you
So
wanted
I'll
to move
carry
on, and
doing
he
what we
wanted you
do,
to do what you wanted.
ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
To continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you. Let's go on together.
Oh, so much. Okay. Almost wrapping up the side quests. I think I can't even do this one yet, though. Wait, no, I can. Yeah, okay. There you go, Emblem. They did what you wanted.
Safe.
Let's try.
Down.
Let's try. Nice try. Too slow. You deserve a rest. Too slow.
Faster!
Time to fight.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for letting me know. I don't think there's anything I can do about it anyway.
Thanks, Gal.
To me, boy! I've heard Togo. Not good. Too slow. Nice try. Too slow. It's over.
Nice. That shouldn't be too far back. They happened for a short moment only. Get right up here.
Good girl.
That's it. Be safe.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors.
Hi, Velko. Exclamation mark Velko. Seems like you had a nice long session of God of War today, huh? Oh, there's sci-fi enemies now? We discovered those, like 3 weeks ago. The lore for this game is like before Christ. Basically, like the BC for this world is before human life. These airships came crashing down, and then life sprouted from those, I guess. It was called the Fall. And yeah, these are the mechanical creatures that derive from the ruins of these fallen airships.
Whatever that thing is, let's say it's their leader. To me, boy!
It is pretty cool, isn't it?
You're finished. Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins, a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agree to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Let us continue then. There is a second hull.
That's not a joke, Hank. These people died. Everyone in hooded robes going forward is gonna make me think of Final Fantasy XVI.
Ah, you are returned, my lord. I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute, and we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him as first shield to the Phoenix. I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind, and it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
That guy was fed up. Dear Ruby, thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good week. Hopefully I can tune in to you
Thank
soon
goodness
as
Sid
well.
made it home safely.
His brother didn't look all that well, though.
I want to ask where you are, but I feel like your answer might just be a spoiler, so it's really hard.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Okay. Hopefully I'll be able to hang out with you a little bit.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours.
Same chapter. Dang. Just barely. Thank you. Have a good Saturday night.
Come again. I may have more for ya.
No, Hank, whatever song I play on the jukebox is the default. Quarter of a second? Does it really matter? Which I will go change right now. Honestly, the default is still the best.
Come back.
What do you recommend?
This one's good? Oh. Shit. It is good, but this gives me good vibes. Alright.
Let me tell you,
Alright.
them rumours might be they weren't just tales plucked out of... You see, there were a time when I weren't...
What are you talking about, lady? I just want to buy stuff.
Still too, so long as they paid me the right price. Some to satisfy that lust, I
That was
sold to
accident.
opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
The fuck? I'm trying to buy shit, lady. Damn.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Cannot find a better price than that.
I can't even hear the new song. I'll change it to the one Hank wants.
What do you recommend?
So it's too sad and brooding. I want to come to the hideaway and feel at ease. Alright, main story progress. Here we go.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
So yeah, we all fought Barnabas, and it was one-sided as fuck. And Dion ended up leaving the hideaway and just so he can live in his hometown, even if it is destroyed.
What is this place?
Don't move.
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
The jukebox is Bluetooth, and we installed several range extenders throughout the hideaway, and we have in-ear headsets that we stole from the fallen airships.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer.
Emban's answer is so much cooler.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
What do you expect, Tarja? We're saving the world here. We need him. So, anybody notice how, Jill is alive and in that cutscene and totally fine? A caravan of traders traversing the Velcroy told me of a colossal beast they had encountered on their journey. The Velcroy. Okay, it's a chimera. Where is the Velcroy again? Why is she's just fine? I don't know. People were just asking because I have ice powers and they thought she died. Yeah, I mean, I noticed nobody saw, so I just brought it up. Like a loser. What's the Velcroy? Oh shit.
Good girl.
Maybe it's in the sandstorm up there. Let's see what this ether flood is over the hill. Just a coral.
No mistakes. Nice try.
Wow. I wonder why there's an ether flood, though. And there's only a coral. Coral. Alright.
Get this over with.
I know you're playing Salmon Run, but hella late.
Back to the stables, girl. It's over. No use calling Ambrosia now. Ambrosia won't help me here. Good girl. Straight home now. Come on. Yeah.
Where's that dragon? What the heck? This sucks.
No holding back.
To Google, huh? But I don't want to. I forgot the name. Yeah, it's Ambrosia. I wonder if it's just over here instead.
Why the hell would Victor...
No, I don't see it. I don't know what you searched, that's the problem. And I have to go back to my hideaway to look it up again. Oh, wait, I think that's it. That's it. I found it. The desert is fucking gigantic, in my defense. It's not even a dragon, it's a chimera. I said it was a chimera. Rank S. Oh shit. What level? 45? Okay, I can handle it.
From this one. Stay close, Toro.
Well done, Toggle. Nice try.
Dang, it's still alive. Shit. Whoa. So many Delta Force. Thank you. Oh dang, that is a very good drop.
Someone your own size. Toggle.
Big Cheese, what are you playing? More Shadow Warrior? It's a buff ass arm. Jesus. My cat. Oh, okay. Well. Have fun, man. I hear it's a Jessica. Okay, back to main story. Shit's going down.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need
I know
a
how
safe
she
place to
feels.
land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Thorm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now.
That was funny.
I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Clive, allow me to educate you. Here you are.
So, we did end up chasing one of their ships all the way back to Ash. However, Barnabas kicked our butts. But we still made it to shore. We got away, ran away. Just Clive and Jill survived, and made it to shore. And that's when Mid said she ended up picking us up and found us. So yeah, that is a very gist.
Very good.
God, another side quest appeared. Whoop.
Please, your grace, stay strong. Ah, my Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord.
Kind of, Velko.
Yes. Perhaps
I'm
you
getting
might.
little sprinkles of main story,
It's your
but
brother.
so many side quests.
His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The Stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Okay, actually, I need a break, so I'm actually gonna cut stream. I'm gonna take a longer break, including a shower, because it's fucking hot. So I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna be right back, though, in maybe 30 minutes. And if you don't come back, all good. And hope you have a good rest of your weekend.